All right. What's up, everybody? You're tuned into another episode of the Flea Flicker Show. You're joined by your usual host, Fred and Dre, but we got Rusty Hankins coming in this week, and he tied for the weekly lead last week for the most wins. So he came in at 11-4 with Dre, coming in second there for the season. Rusty is coming in hot here over the last couple weeks and trying to catch LJ. Someone's got to.
He's a beast, man.
Someone's
he won't
got
stop
to.
making the right picks. I don't know what his issue is. One of us has to take him down. Maybe we can combine somehow and thwart LJ's ability to win. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Hankins, how are you, though?
Not too bad. I'm just going to start betting on the opposites. I don't think I've won a bet in the past 3 years, so I'll start betting on the opposites, and then hopefully I'll make sure I can win. I'll win this rather than that.
Yeah, just don't get too caught up in it. I know my pops always messages me like every single week. I'll talk about like some parlay I missed by like one leg, and it was like a 15 parlay I bet on $1, and he's like, "How much money are you spending on betting? Are you getting addicted? Do you need to call somebody?" And I'm like, dude, calm down. It's $1. Like, I know you were an officer for 37 years, but get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but how many dollar bets per week are you making, Fred? Is this what we have to talk about?
Only like 130.
Oh, my God.
No one ever talks about that $6 Starbucks coffee, but they always want to get on us about the dollar bet slips.
Right? Yeah. It's how it is.
That's
how it is.
Money in the wallet anyways.
Yeah, like I said, it should be a pretty quick slate this week to go ahead and pick the games. But want to start off with a little bit of a 1 minute kind of ramp here of a trivia question. There are 12 teams that have not won a Super Bowl. Can you guys tag team those 12 teams right now?
The Bills.
1 minute on the clock right now.
Vikings. I got 3. Lions, Bills, Vikings. I'm pretty confident that's 3.
Chargers.
Texans. How many are there?
Yep. There are 12.
Said 12.
Jesus.
Texans. Did you ever say Texans?
Yeah. Let's see.
You guys got Lions, Texans, Chargers, Bills, Vikings right now.
Titans. Oilers.
Titans are one of them. So you got 6 left.
The Cardinals. I don't think they won one, right?
Correct. So 5 left.
Okay.
20 seconds.
Wilson division.
You got AFC South. You got AFC North.
Jaguars.
Yep. You got NFC South.
Have the Chargers?
No, I said
already said it. Ding, ding. We are up. So you missed the Browns, the Falcons, Panthers, and Bengals.
Damn,
of those teams,
thought about all 4 of them. That's unfortunate.
Of those teams, just for kind of an extra throw on, what ones have never appeared in the Super Bowl? There's 4.
Texans and Lions, right?
Lions are one.
Really? The Lions were in a Super Bowl? Okay.
No, Lions have not appeared. So they're one that has not appeared. Texans have not. Yeah. There's 2 left.
Jaguars.
Correct. And 1 more.
Browns.
Yeah. The Brownies. One of the oldest teams in the NFL. And they
it's just
have not attended.
That's why you.
And they won't be anytime soon.
Your quarterback gets carted off the field.
Yeah. And your fans cheer for it.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Voldemort
the Lions might
died.
change that this year.
They could. You could have 2 teams that appear in the Super Bowl that have not. So you could have potentially a Texans-Lions matchup. I mean, outside of the Chiefs, no one really in the AFC looks super dominant. I guess maybe the Steelers could argue that there right now. I was pretty high on the Steelers to start the season, but I know you weren't, so I doubt you are now. But yeah, I think the AFC is wide open.
Chiefs, I do think they're much better with Russ.
I don't know how anyone gets past the Chiefs. And the Chiefs aren't even that good. It's just they have a mystique to them that I don't think they just don't lose.
No, I think it's like just people play the Chiefs and they just can't do it. I don't know if they just choke or it's the whole aura that they bring, the Taylor Swift aura, and it just takes over.
I'm hoping the Bills can take them out this year. Hoping. They haven't proven it, but I'm hoping. But yeah, we should probably get into these picks, huh?
Yeah, let's get into these picks. Let's dish them out here. And I usually do the call-outs in this one, so call them out.
Let's do it. Thursday night football in L.A. The Rams and the Vikings are going to be duking it out. I don't know. This one could be good. It could not be good. It really depends on how the Rams come out and play in L.A. I'm going to take the Vikings. I'm going to go out and say that right off the bat. They're just the better team, right? I assume everyone's going to pick them, but I just don't think they can do much. I mean, Sam Darnold's lighting up the field better than Matt Stafford is right now. Who would have thought, you know? Hankins, what do you think, dude?
I think even in a loss last week, the Vikings proved that they're the real deal. So I got them in a rout this week. Rams going to be a little bit hungover from a game against the Raiders. Probably didn't put their best product out on the field, and I think that defense for the Vikings is just too much to overcome.
Yeah, for sure. Are they getting either receiver back yet? I don't
think they're coming back this week. I think they're both kind of. I think who is it? Is Puka entering the practice window or is it Cup?
Cup.
And they might trade Cup too.
I saw that he's on the trade block. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Like serious talks where they've said they want a second rounder for him. So second rounder for Cup on a playoff team, that's doable.
To who? All the receivers got traded, right?
He's going to play.
Commanders?
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe the Commanders. That'd be cool.
Commanders, Steelers.
Could slide him next to Pickens. 2 teams right there. Fred, this game though, what do you think?
Hell, the Bills. The Bills. You could slide him next to Cooper and make Keon Coleman wide receiver 3. They can do it again. Crazy. That'd be wild. I got the Vikings in this one as well. Vikings are elite, and the Rams, without their weapons, they don't have enough firepower to stay with them. They don't have the defense to stop the Vikings. So I'm saying a rout here as well, 33-16 Vikings.
All right, and LJ is going to pick the Rams, and they're going to win. Cool. All right, let's move to Sunday in Cincinnati. We got Fred's Eagles taking on the Bengals. I think this could be a good game. Fred, this is your team. Why don't you start it off, though?
Yeah, I think this could be a good game as well. I mean, the Eagles do have all their weapons back. They should have Jordan Mailata back on the offensive line, so they're going to be able to score on the Bengals. And their pass rush has shown up the last 2 weeks, getting, I think, 7 sacks against the Browns and a hell of a lot of sacks against you guys last week as well. They had more sacks in the last 2 weeks than they had the whole season prior to that. So.
Yeah, to be fair, though, we didn't have a left tackle, so...
It's all right. It's a positive. It's a positive. The Bengals don't have an offensive line, period, so...
That's true.
I'm taking the Eagles in this one. I do think the Bengals are going to be able to score, but I have it being 34-23 Eagles.
Not bad. Hankins, what do you think?
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
Let's see some tears from Fred this week. Let's go.
I like it, dude. I'm picking the home team. I'm going Cincinnati Bengals. I think this is going to be just a lights-out game. I think there's going to be scoring happening all over the field, and I'm going to trust Joe Shiesty. Hopefully he is not Slim Shady Burrow in this one, but he's been better recently, so I think he's going to light up the Eagles, and I don't think the Eagles are going to be able to keep up as much, although I do think they're going to score quite a bit as well. But yeah, I'm taking the Bengals.
All right. So we're more than split, and you guys are outnumbering me there. And I'm sure Tyler's picking the Bengals as well. He never picks the Eagles. LJ will probably pick the Eagles, so that means the Eagles are going to win.
I don't know if I would say probably, but he might. Let's move to Cleveland. The Ravens and the Browns, good divisional matchup here, but I don't think it'll be a good game. I am excited to see Jameis Winston, to see what he can do on this Browns offense. Maybe he can make it exciting, but yeah, I'm definitely going to take the Ravens. Hankins, do you agree?
Oh, Ravens in a rout. It's not even going to be close. They might just not even play the second half.
Oh my God. They just forfeit.
Famous Jameis will be out there slinging it, but he'll have 5 picks. So
he might have 5 touchdowns too. You know.
It should be good for the fantasy wide receivers if there are any in Cleveland. Like I mentioned last time, Cedric Tillman might be the only one. But the Ravens are going to win this one in a rout. So the Ravens are taking this one. I actually have the score 31-20, but I think those 20 points are primarily in garbage time. Like Josh said, they might not even be on the field. So Ravens taking this one.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a game where we see Nick Chubb get back to form a little bit. So maybe that could make it interesting. But yeah. Nobody's going to pick the Browns. So, all right, moving on to Detroit. We got the Titans and the Lions. Yeah, this is going to be a bloodbath. Fred, talk me through the bloodbath. What exactly is going to happen here?
I mean, Dan Campbell's boys are going to be taking some kneecaps in this game. Like the Lions, it's just an entire class mismatch. It's like a Class D playing a Class AA. It's not anything close, regardless of who's a quarterback for the Titans. I mean, they just got rid of probably their most consistent receiver because Calvin Ridley's done nothing all year. I have the Lions winning this 27-9 just because the Titans have a decent defense. I think they hold them below 30. I think they can move the ball enough just to get a couple field goals. So,
yeah, I think this is going to be a game where the Lions come out pretty early to start winning, and we might see the running backs making a lot of noise in the second half of this game. So if you got Montgomery or Gibbs here, might be a good time to be playing them. For sure, the Lions. Hankins, what do you think?
Lions, the Titans are part of that relegation squad that Freddie mentioned earlier. Like, it's that bad that you can barely watch them. Jamison Williams needs to stay off the pot. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be an all-star in this game. He might just break the whole slate. So
God, maybe it's a Laporta signing since Jamison Williams isn't playing.
What a disappointment he's been this year. He's got to do more.
Tragic, man. Yeah, maybe this is a get back to it game for Laporta. Who knows? Hopefully. Let's move to Miami, though. Tua Tagovailoa should be back in this game. Hopefully he is healthy the whole time. He said he's not going to be wearing a Guardian cap. I think they should just make him wear it, to be real. But yeah, the Dolphins, honestly, Tua, I was looking back at the stat book, and Tua wasn't looking all that great before he got hurt on the Dolphins. Ultimately, though,
no, he did have 300 yards, over 300, which he was one of two quarterbacks to do it week one.
Yeah, 100% better than anything the Dolphins have put out since he's gotten hurt. I am going to be taking the Dolphins. I think Tyreek Hill is going to make an appearance, and they're going to look more explosive. And I don't see the Cardinals being able to do much against that. Their defense has been rough, and their offense hasn't been all that great either. So, yeah, Dolphins for me for sure. Fred, what do you think?
I'm saying that the Dolphins will come back with a little bit more oomph than they have lately. Do they have enough? Can Tua come back and just go right into it? I'm not sure.
Broken.
Are you guys getting me right now?
Well, I guess Hankins, what do you think?
Dude, what?
I got the Dolphins in this one. I like to root for the Cardinals. I like how Kyler Murray plays, but I think the Dolphins are just too fast. All the talk at the beginning of the season was that the Cardinals have a defense, but they've been staying in games. They're not as bad as everybody thought they were going to be.
True.
But I think with all the weapons, excited to have Tua back. Should be able to take care of business. And it's at home. People can't stand the heat 1 p.m. game in the sun.
It's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't factor in the Miami home game. The Cardinals will be. They're from Arizona, though, so, I mean, they're used to heat, too. But, yeah, that field is just brutal for the teams that come onto the away team, away side.
It's unfair how they do that.
Honestly, I feel like how have people, maybe they have already, but how have teams not, like, tried to get legal action taken against
the heat of
that stadium? Yeah, I don't know what happened to you, man, but you're up. What
the Dolphins?
What you got?
Anyway, yeah, Dolphins. I don't know if Tua's going to come back and be the same that he was last year. I do think it's going to be a step up from what they had previously, but enough to get the win, I'm not sure of that. I do have this being a close game. Cardinals, though, I have taken it 24-20.
I like it. Let's move to New England in Foxborough. The Jets and the Patriots. Disappointing Jets team faces a not very good Patriots team. Fred, what do you got?
I mean, the Patriots are fucking terrible. Yeah, you're not picking them in any game this year. The Patriots are so bad. The Jets at least have a good running back, a decent defense, even with their defensive coordinator, essentially, with their former head coach leaving. They have good wide receivers. They have pieces. The Pats don't have anything. Jets take this 28-11.
Ooh, I like it. Hankins, what about you?
What was the Giants' record when they came back to win the Super Bowl against the Patriots?
Record against the Patriots?
No. Well, because they were pretty bad throughout the season, and they got hot on the wild card.
They were definitely mediocre. I think they barely made a wild card berth that year.
That's this week for the Jets.
Ooh.
Give me the Jets going on a run.
Okay.
9-8 gets you in. They take down the Bills in the first round.
The Bills. Rusty going for some crystal ball predictions here.
He's starting to make bets on the Jets. That's what's happening here. This game, I'm also going to take the Jets, but I'm not very confident in this team at all. They've looked so bad recently. It's only because it's the Patriots that I'm going to take the Jets. I also think that the Pats could make this interesting. I like Drake May and what he's been doing with Hunter Henry. And if Kendrick Bourne can show up in this one, along with the other receiver that he's been targeting, I think they could make this a bit of a game here. So I'm going to say Jets, but not a crazy win. I'm going to say it's kind of close, surprisingly.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what LJ picks. Probably the Jets. Let's move to Tampa Bay, the Falcons and the Bucks. The Bucks are dealing with a myriad of injuries now coming to this game. The Falcons were disappointing in the last game. So this could go either way. I'm going to roll with my boy Baker, though, anyways, and my boy Shep over there to have a big game. I'm going to take the Bucs. Fred, do you agree? Do you disagree?
I know Baker relies a lot on those two guys with Godwin and Evans. If both of them are out, I just don't know if he's going to do a whole lot there. Their run game, but with Rashad White as the starting running back, isn't very threatening. I think at the very least, that the Falcons can turn to Bijan if the passing game's not working and go that route. But the Bucs defense hasn't been able to stop anything. So I'm taking Falcons 25-13.
13, dude? You're out of your mind. It's going to be at least close. That's crazy. Hankins, what do you think?
Falcons, just too many injuries. Quick turnaround after all those injuries. I don't think the Bucs have ever been really known for their defense outside of the run defense. So Falcons take that one. But Rashad White is going to be the check down captain of the year, and trade for him now if you can. Get those PPR points.
Dude, you guys are going to be so upset when the Bucs. Sterling Shepard's about to go for like 130 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game, man. Taking it.
Another guy to pick up that's still out there in a lot of leagues, Kate Otten. Kate Otten is going to. He's been a target whore. He's been 8, 9, 10 targets every week for the past 6 weeks. And if he's still out there, which a lot of leagues he's in, he is somebody to grab because he's going to explode with those guys out.
Yeah, that's a good point. He probably will have a really good game here. The Falcons will have to focus on him. But yeah, let's move to another Florida team in Jacksonville, the Packers and the Jaguars. I don't have a lot of faith that this is going to be a good game. The Jaguars, I did mention, I like them much more than Fred, but I still don't think they could beat the Packers, at all. So yeah, I'm taking the Packers. Hankins, what do you think?
They've been a huge disappointment this year. The Jags have. I hate that they just make them travel back and forth to England too. I mean, they're just like a home team. They lose 2 or 3 home games a year. But the Packers are the real deal. So I got the Packers in this one. I don't even see it being close.
Yeah.
Fred? There's no spark to the Jags this year, it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there really isn't.
The Jags are pretty lifeless. Doug Peterson's on the hot seat. I don't see them doing a whole lot here. Just like Rusty, I think it's going to be a rout. The Packers are the real deal. I mean, they don't have a number one receiver per se, but it seems like Jordan Love can get everyone involved, whether it's Wicks, Dobbs, the occasional Watson sighting, or Jaden Reed. And Jacobs is a solid running back. Tucker Kraft is a solid tight end. They just got a lot of pieces there. And the Jags can put up points, but they can't stop anything. Their defense might be worse than the Pats. I'm taking Packers in this 42-28.
Woo! Dropping 42. I could see it. I could totally see that. Do we know if Etienne's going to be back for this game? I think he will. But I didn't look up to verify.
Probably going to play, but I don't think it matters. I think Bigsby's taken more shares of that backfield anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see what the share will be between the two if Etienne is back in this one. That's my whole thing.
He's limited in practice day to day, so he may play, but I wouldn't start him if you have him.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. They're probably not going to be running the ball too much, especially if they're down big. Probably not passing. But yeah. Enough of that game. Let's move to a divisional matchup in Houston. The Colts and the Texans. I'm taking the Texans. I'm not going to talk about it too much. Joe Mixon's going to go off. And, Fred, I assume you're going to say much.
Yeah, pretty much. In my Dynasty League, I am pushing C.J. Stroud in the starting lineup instead of Baker this week. So I'm hoping that C.J. Stroud can ball out and Texans get the dub. Texans 34.
Are we willing to finally say that Richardson stinks and you shouldn't draft a quarterback that can't throw the ball?
At least that early. I'm fine drafting a guy by athletic talent later in the draft, but first-round pick, early first-rounder, no way.
Hey, man, it worked with Josh Allen.
It did, but it took 4 years.
That's like one of the few that actually worked.
I mean, Malik Willis looked fine when he played, but people were saying early on that he was going to go first overall, and then he kept dropping, rightfully so. But the guy barely throws the ball. He has a few deep bombs a game, but if they were playing with Flacco, it would be a closer game, but give me the Texans.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the same page. Let's go back to L.A. The Chargers and the Saints going to be duking out. Do we know if Derek Carr is going to be back in this game?
He's not.
No, he's still out. Okay. Hankins, you're a big Derek Carr guy, right? What can you tell me about this game?
He's better than anything we're putting out on the field, but I have a
Yeah. You want to plug for the
Penchant for
merch
hating
store?
that man.
The Hello Lovely People sweatshirt here, Adrian. That's your tagline, right? You can't see yourself.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, that's a sick sweatshirt.
Also, I'm gonna drop your child off at the shelter, so.
Oh. He's like I told you, Adrian.
Hankins,
He's a maniac today. He woke up at 5:30 and he's just been crazy all day.
Who would have thought Fred's kid can be crazy? Hankins, what are you saying, though, man?
Too much espresso. I have a penchant for hating Derek Carr. Derek Carr would be better than both the quarterbacks on the Raiders, but sometimes you just got to break up them. It just wasn't right for us.
Yeah,
right person in a long time. But give me the Chargers. I think the Chargers are one of the most boring teams that go out every Sunday. The ground and pound isn't working as well for them as they had hoped. They should just let their quarterback sling it, but Chargers win this one just because the Saints are so beat up.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. I'm on the same page with you. I'm going to take the Chargers in a super boring game. I do still have faith that Spencer Rattler could do something, if he's even starting. I don't know if they're going to move to Jake Hayner or not, but yeah, I don't trust it against the Chargers, so I'm going to take Herbert. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Chargers. Same kind of thing there that Josh said. They're a very boring team, boring defense, boring offense. There's not really a lot of fun there in any of their games, but they make every game close and are able to find ways to win because of it. It's a typical Harbaugh offense, typical Harbaugh-led team. That's how it was at Michigan, just run and defense. Personally, I think they should trade for Rashawn Johnson from the Bears. I think he'd be a good plug there for them, and it isn't really doing much for the Bears, so I think that'd be a good option for them.
All right, we're all taking the Chargers. Let's go to Seattle. We got the Bills and the Seahawks. Seahawks coming off a big win. 12th man's going to be in attendance here. The Bills also coming off a win. So I think this could be a good game. Bills, Amari Cooper might be going off in this one. It's game 2 with Josh Allen here. I think it'll be really fun. I'm tempted to take Seattle, but I am going to take the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills. I think this has game of the week potential, to be honest. Or it could be the Bills destroying the Seahawks. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, I'm taking the Bills. Brad, what do you think?
I'm also taking the Bills. I think this is I've written down just finally a good one because most of the games are trash. But this game should be a good game. Should be close for most of the game. Looking for a Damar Hamlin pick here. And I think the Bills are going to have a good one on offense and defense. Make some defensive plays, make some big offensive plays, and they're going to come away 31-23.
Not a bad score. I like it. Hankins?
It all depends on Metcalf for me. Because I think if Metcalf was out there, Seahawks win this one easy. I think the Bills are paper tigers. I don't really believe in them. I did.
Okay. That's why you're taking the Jets, huh? To beat them.
I really don't. I don't think they're that good. I think they've had a schedule to start. Josh Allen hasn't impressed. The Amari Cooper moves the needle a little bit, but he likes to drop the ball a little bit more. And Josh Allen throws the ball with some pepper on it. I'm still going to take the Seahawks, though, just to get funky.
Taking the Seahawks.
I like it.
I like it, dude. I like it. A little split here. Split action. I like it, man. I want to know what LJ's taking on that game, too. I might have to switch. I don't know.
He's taking Buffalo. He loves Buffalo. He's a closet Buffalo fan. He likes Buffalo a lot.
Well, he did go to school there, so that makes sense. Let's move to Denver, Mile High Stadium. The Panthers coming into town. Bryce Young leading them out of the tunnel, and they're going to get fucking stomped. This is my shitter of the game. I think the Broncos are going to destroy them, and the Broncos aren't even that good, so that's really sad for me to say about the Panthers. Hankins, what do you think?
Yeah. There's not much more to talk about there, right? I mean, they're just terrible with a Bryce Young-led offense. You can't imagine they're going to do much of anything against the league's leading defense right now. So take the Broncos. I like that. The shitter of the week. It's going to be the Broncos in this 24-6. Bryce Young is going to throw 2 picks, have a fumble recovered for a touchdown. It's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad game. Or maybe Bryce Young will look like the second coming of Joe Montana. Who knows? No, the Broncos. Montana. All right, let's move to Vegas. We got the Chiefs and the Raiders duking it out. You knew I was going to go to you first for this one, man.
A home game in Las Vegas is a home game for the other team. That's the best away game in the league. So give me the Chiefs and give me a DeAndre Hopkins anytime touchdown.
I was gonna say, what do you think about Hopkins? What's he gonna do in this one?
I think he's washed up, honestly, but they needed a weapon. I'd like to see them go after Cooper Kupp because somebody else is going to do it and try and make a
You would
push.
like to see that?
We're not even in a window right now. Like it beat us by 100. It really doesn't.
You've got some Cooper
nothing.
Kupp investments somewhere. You got some shares of him in fantasy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's going in the fourth round. I've got a few of them, but sure, yeah. I want to see him back out there. He's easy to root for, but I'm honestly just a Bills hater, and I want to see them not win because I get 1,000 text messages a day about Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, and I'm tired of it, and I want them to keep beating them. So I have 6 months. They get to laugh for 16, 17 weeks. I get to laugh for 6 months.
They were bad for forever, and they finally got good, and you're a hater of them. That's terrible. It's just terrible.
I liked them.
I'm taking the Chiefs
when they were humble.
I'm taking the Chiefs too. They should for sure win this one, especially with D-Hop addition. I will also be taking the anytime touchdown in this game, and the Raiders are probably going to get, unfortunately, stomped into submission.
Fred? Yeah, Chiefs. 27-10 Chiefs, taking any time for Kareem Hunt. Probably any time for D-Hop there involved early on. But yeah, Chiefs going to absolutely rout them. Sorry.
Fred, do you have your background cancellation on?
What?
Do you have your background noise button clicked?
Yeah, what?
Okay, I can hear myself, so I'm not sure if that's going to show up or not.
I don't think so.
Hopefully not.
It's not too bad on my side.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move to Washington. We got the Bears and the Commanders. Possible good game, possible not good game, not sure. I am going to say that I'm going to take the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels will be playing, which will certify me taking them. If Marcus Mariota plays, I'm still going to take the Commanders. I think they're a better team than the Bears, even though the Bears are they have been playing better. Caleb Williams has been able to find his tight end recently, and I still like Romo Dunes, even though he hasn't done too much. But yeah, I'm going to take the Commanders in this one, and I think it'll be a fun game.
I actually don't have this game written down. I somehow missed it, but I'm going to go ahead and go caveat here because Jaden Daniels is listed as week to week. If Jaden Daniels does play, I'm taking the Commanders in this, but if it's Marcus Mariota coming in at center, I'm taking the Bears. Either way, I don't think it's going to be an absolute rout. I think the Bears are going to put up about 20 points either way, but if Jaden Daniels is playing, it's going to be like 25. Mariota's playing, it's going to be 20.
I hope we get Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams. It's the 1 versus 2, man. We want to see it. The fans need it. Hankins, what do you think?
The NFL flexed this game just for that, and I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think Daniels plays, so I'm going to take the Bears.
Yeah, if Mariota didn't look good last week, I would have taken the Bears too.
He looked good against the Panthers.
I just think in the that's fair, but the Bears aren't like that much better, are they? Like, I don't know. I have confidence. I'll stick with the Commanders.
I think the defense would even give Daniels fits if he was out there. I mean, the Bears' defense is pretty good.
Definitely better than the Panthers.
Yeah. Caleb Williams hasn't really had to do too much because that defense has been good, and they're still 4-2. So
yeah, that's a good point. Should be a good game. Let's move to another super beat-up team in San Francisco. The Cowboys are coming into town to take on the 49ers. I have no idea where to go with this game. Fred, you can start because I don't know.
I think it's going to be a close game, really, just because of the injuries. I mean, if Debo was playing, if Ayuk was playing, I think it would be a rout in favor of the 49ers. The Cowboys have looked pretty bad, regardless if they're home or away. But I'm still going to take the Niners in this game. I think they're going to come away still in a positive. I think Jordan Mason's going to go absolute rampant on the Cowboys. 23-19 Niners in a close one.
Okay. Hankins?
Owners are questioning if they're going to start paying running backs again this year. Give me the Niners.
I like it. Yeah, I feel like this game could go either way, mostly just because of the 49ers' injuries. I do think Ricky Pearsall is going to show up in this one, though. I like Ricky. I liked him in the draft. I don't know how that injury, the literal shooting is going to like affect him, but it's been a little bit. So I'm going to say he has a game in this one, and I'm going to also take the 49ers. Maybe that's partially my hatred of the Cowboys speaking too, though. But yeah, we're going to all pick against the Cowboys. That makes me a little scared. But yeah, I'm picking the 49ers. Last game on the docket, Monday Night Football. in Pittsburgh. I will be at this game, actually. Giants versus Steelers. I kind of was hoping that the Giants would have Andrew Thomas when I got to watch them this year. That is not going to be the case, and I think I'm unfortunately going to be watching the Steelers take this one. I'm going to pick the Steelers, and I hope it's not going to happen. But I also said that I'm going to pick against the Steelers from now on, didn't I? What happened last week? Did I lose that bet? Who'd the Steelers play?
Steelers
they
won,
right?
Did you pick the Jets or the Steelers?
I picked them though.
No, you picked the Jets.
Fuck, it was the Jets. I picked the Jets. My God, I'm picking the Giants. Switch me. I'm picking them, baby. The Giants are going to win this one for sure. It's going to happen. Why did I not pick against my? So stupid of me. Yeah, Giants are going to win it. It's going to be a blowout, probably like 42-17. That's what I'm going to go with. Russell Wilson's going to retire after the game. Hankins, what do you think?
There are going to be a lot of little kids crying in Giants jerseys because TJ Watt is just going to ruin their entire Monday. TJ Watt against that offensive line is going to be an absolute. Give me the Steelers.
They just shit in the cup. I'm not
I think Najee's finally showing some life. Jalen Warren's looking good.
Yeah, that's about what the Giants are going to be doing, shitting in the tub in this game.
Yeah, I'll just jump to myself there. I'm also taking the Steelers in this one, 26-17. I think they're actually going to put up some points, but Russell Wilson's going to look solid against you guys. Neighbors are going to make some noise, but that's pretty much it for the Giants.
Yeah, I'm nervous. TJ Watt might kill Daniel Jones in this game, so we might see Drew Lock at some point. Maybe he can get the ball down the field. I don't know.
The over-under with stretchers this year is like 1.5 at each game, so it's not unlikely.
Christ. Yeah, that wraps it up, though. I was going to talk about college quarterbacks, but to be honest, my laptop is dying right now, so we can save that for next week.
And I got to go take care of some shit in the tub. Anyway, that's a wrap on another episode. Hope you all enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, or follow wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, we'll see you.
$100
Peace out.
Bengals.